Hey everyone, Josh Grossman here with eXp Realty. I'm here with Zack Smith from Director's Mortgage. And on this cold and probably going to be snowy soon Veterans Day, we wanted to reach out to all the veterans and give a heartfelt thank you for your service. Thank you for supporting our country. Thank you for allowing us to be free. And you know what? Thank you for allowing us to serve you in your home buying needs.
That's right.
So we want to talk about like mortgage loans, veterans loans, what you guys have all earned benefits, and you might not even be aware of those benefits. So I wanted to bring Zack on and talk about the benefits that are available to you. And without further ado, hey Zack, welcome to my channel, and tell me what you got to say about veterans and loans.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Zack Smith with Director's Mortgage. Thanks so much for having me, Josh. Shout out to all those veterans, that are serving today or that have served in the past. It's such a selfless thing that you all do to be able to volunteer for positions like that and go out there and be away from your friends, your family. I have the utmost respect for each and every one of you. So happy Veterans Day to all of you. So a couple products that I think are important to discuss that can help veterans get into homes. Two of them in particular. There's the federal VA option that most people tend to know about, but then there's a separate VA option called ODVA. It's Oregon Department of Veteran Affairs. It's a state VA option. The state of Oregon is what allows it to be possible. Not every state allows it. There's only about 5 in the country that allow this program. So we're lucky here in Oregon. And we have it here at Director's Mortgage. So what does it entail is kind of what I'll just get right into, Josh, so the ODVA specifically and how it differentiates between federal VA. One, there's no funding fee associated with it. 2, the cost is incredibly low. So the processing, underwriting fees, for instance, are extremely low. The rates are unbeatable. They're in the mid 5s, generally speaking.
You can get a better rate than what is offered to everybody else just because you're a veteran. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's federal VA kind of follows a lot of traditional trends with rates, but ODVA, the state VA program, they service everything in house. They never sell your loan to an investor. It's all portfolio loans, and so it allows them the ability to kind of provide these incredible rates depending on your discharge date, depending on how much money you're bringing in. But the rates are in the mid 5s. Unbelievable. I mean, hard to find in today's market. So
does that rate fluctuate with the other rates, like when they go down and up compared to things? Are they always lower, or is it always just right there?
They're always significantly lower, but they don't fluctuate similar to what you see in a conventional FHA VA loan. So for instance, just 3 weeks ago, they were still in the low 5s. They bumped up slightly, an eighth to 1/4%, but not much. They're still in the 5s.
That's phenomenal.
Just unbeatable in today's market. The properties, the property specific information, it can be a single family, manufactured, condo, townhome. All of those are perfectly fine. Now, something important with this state program is the underwriter is someone that I can pick up the phone and call. Steve Schlag. I talk to him all the time. We do a lot of business with the state, and so being able to run specific scenarios, being able to get someone on the phone that's in-house that I can just talk to immediately and discuss eligibility and discuss rates and discuss, anything pertaining to the loan is extremely important, not only for the communication side of things between the client and myself, but also just to be able to have that resource of knowledge over there with this program is incredible. Seller credit in today's market, a lot about that. We can get the closing costs paid for by the seller. There's no issues there. And we also are able to partner those low rates with our direct rewards program. So
what's that? What's direct rewards all about?
So direct rewards it's a specific product that we have with Director's Mortgage that it's a checking account that we open for the client. And every month that they make their payment out of that account, make their mortgage payment on time, we are able to provide a portion. Put it this way, depending on the loan amount, we're able to provide a certain amount of funds back into their account that they can then use to pay down the principal. So for instance,
Wow, that's awesome.
On a $600,000 loan at a 7.5%, $30 to $40 will get deposited back into their account each and every month. If you use those funds to add it back towards principal, it lowers their effective rate. Essentially, it helps to lower their payment every month. So it's another kind of perk to not only going through this program, but going through Director's Mortgage.
And that can also help change your amortization schedule too, right? Like if you're paying off principal with extra money they get from you, then effectively you're not going to be paying on your loan for as long. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, that's a very good tactic to not pay for 30 years, but maybe, a small amount of money every month can drastically reduce the amount of interest and time that you have to pay on your loan overall.
Yeah, and over the extent of a year, it could add up to $300, $400, $500, and you can take those funds and just make a payment towards principal. Yeah, absolutely, it saves a ton on interest. And so, how does this program differ from federal VA? There are great things to talk about with just your typical federal VA program. First off, it's 100% financing. The state program, ODVA, it does require 5% down. Now, a lot of people are selling their home. So there's a ton of perks to the state program, and they have the funds available to put 5% down. But if they don't, that's fine too. We can just go federal VA, which is 100% financing. In addition to that, if you have a service-related disability through VA, it waives the funding fee. So not only is it 100% financing, there's no funding fee. There's no processing and underwriting fee. So that's an $1,800 fee that we waive for veterans. We don't charge them at all for processing and underwriting. And with federal VA, there's no mortgage insurance either. So they're both fantastic programs. It's worth discussing and what meets their needs financially. Both are incredible products, and just excited to share them with all of our veterans.
And I think that's key. What you said is like, we're here to help you discuss what options are available to you. I get phone calls all the time. People say, I want to buy a house, I just don't know how to do it. Right. I've sold hundreds and hundreds of houses. So I know I'm very familiar with the process, and there's many, many different ways to do it. Same with Zach. So, that's part of why we're doing this, you guys, is to get you the information that you need to make the best decision you possibly can. Maybe it's 5% down, maybe it's 3.5% down, maybe you don't have any money to put down, but maybe you're paying rent that's $2,300, $2,400, $2,500 a month right now. Like, that money can be used in a lot of places with a very minimal amount down to get into a house. In fact, if you're trying to rent a house right now anyways, you're going to have to come in with pretty much the same down payment as you would to buy some of these things. So if you're a veteran, if you are looking to buy a house, if you're looking to sell a house, we would love to connect, make that connection and just educate you on the process. Pushy is not something that I believe in. I will never do that. I'm just here to help. Zach is the exact same way. And, if there's anything we can do to help you guys make a better decision, feel free to reach out. Zach, what's the best way for someone to get a hold of you?
Couple different ways. My cell phone is always on. Early mornings, late nights. Feel free to call me anytime, 610-392-0559. You can also find me on the Director's Mortgage website. My email is zack.smith@directorsmortgage.net.
And he's also got a badass billboard down by the Audi dealership on 3rd Street. That's that good looking guy on the street.
Yep.
So, we stand ready to help you. You guys know how to get hold of me, 541-410-4344. Joshua Grossman. I'm with eXp Realty in Central Oregon, and we stand ready to help you achieve your dreams, whether it's buying, selling, refinancing, recasting, whatever you need to do. We have the answers, or we know the people that do have the answers, and we can make it happen. So thanks for stopping in, Zach. I appreciate the information. And
thanks so much, Josh. Appreciate it.